Voters deleted, voters added, all to help a particular party. You might have heard opposition parties make several claims like these, and allegations that the BJP, helped by the Election Commission of India, is manipulating voter list in its favor.
एक घर है जिसमें 22 वोट मिले हैं एडिशन के लिए, और जब जाके देखा तो वहां कुछ भी नहीं था, तो सब फर्जीवाड़ा चल रहा है। इसमें भी कानून ये कहता है कि अगर 4% वोट से ज्यादा एडिशन आती है तो AERO को खुद जाके उसको वेरीफाई करना है। BLO की वेरिफिकेशन नहीं चलेगी, एक वोट की एडिशन जो है AERO वेरीफाई करेगा। मैं पहले तो सभी अफसरों को कहना चाहता हूं, आपके ऊपर बहुत दबाव आएगा, आप पे प्रेशर डाला जाएगा गलत काम करने के लिए, लेकिन ये सोच लेना दस्तखत कागज पे आप कर रहे हो।
AAP MP Sanjay Singh claimed recently that the BJP tried to remove his wife Anita Singh's name from the voter list by filing a complaint.
कि नई दिल्ली विधानसभा क्षेत्र में जहां के विधायक श्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी हैं, वहां पर हमारी पत्नी अनीता सिंह जी का नाम कटवाने के लिए एप्लीकेशन दे दी, और एक बार नहीं दी, दो बार दे दी।
In the Maharashtra Assembly elections last year, the Congress had questioned why there was a sudden increase in new voters and who these new voters were.
The parliament elections were held in India in May all over the country, including in Maharashtra. Just 6 months later, in November, there was a state election, assembly election in Maharashtra. As per the Election Commission's data, there were 9.3 crore registered voters in Maharashtra for the parliament election. But just 6 months later, for the state assembly election, there were 9.7 crore registered voters. A sudden jump of nearly 40 lakh voters in less than 6 months. Is that possible? Let us compare 2019 elections, when again Parliament and State Assembly elections were held with 6 months apart. In 2019, between the Parliament election and State Assembly election, there was an increase of just 12 lakh new voters. How come there were 40 lakh new voters in 2024?
But are these concerns serious? Can someone actually delete your vote? Is it possible to add fake voters? And what does the Election Commission of India's guidelines say about this? News Laundry investigated this for 3 months. But first, let me tell you how a voter's name gets deleted from the list. There are usually 2 reasons to delete a voter's name. One, if the voter has died. Other, if the voter has moved to a different place. The first step to delete a voter is to raise an objection by submitting a Form 7. This is what it looks like. Anyone can submit this form. You can submit it to delete your own name. You can submit it for your family member if he has died. Your neighbor can submit it for you. Even representatives of political parties can submit this form. After receiving Form 7, a booth level officer checks the complaint. BLOs are lower rung government or semi-government employees such as Anganwadi workers or primary school teachers. The BLOs then share their findings with the local election office. For deceased voters, the process is straightforward. BLOs either check with the family members or look at the death certificate. But for voters who have supposedly moved, the process is different. The election office must send a notice to the voter's home. The voter gets 15 days to respond. And then, the name can be deleted only in 2 cases. If the postal department returns the notice saying the person wasn't found, or if the voter doesn't respond within 15 days. Now, how does a new voter get added? This requires a Form 6. The voter must also submit an identity proof like an Aadhaar card and an address proof like an electricity bill. The district election officer must sign these documents after verification by the BLO. The Election Commission says normally each booth or constituency adds 4% new voters every year, and it removes 2% of voters. This makes sense because an increase in the rate of voters should be in line with the growth of population. And India's population growth rate is higher than its death rate. However, the Commission does not strictly stop additions or deletions above these limits. It just adds more checks. For example, if the revisions cross these limits, the Electoral Registration Officer, who is usually a sub-divisional magistrate, must personally cross-check each case. So News Laundry decided to investigate if these rules are being followed. We looked at 3 places where the BJP won in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections with varying victory margins. First was Farrukhabad in central Uttar Pradesh, where BJP won by less than 0.5% votes. Second was Meerut in western Uttar Pradesh, where they won by 0.5 to 1% votes. Third was Chandni Chowk, where the party won by more than 3% votes. Here's what we found. In Farrukhabad, BJP's Mukesh Rajput defeated Samajwadi Party's Naval Kishore Shakya by just 2,768 votes. But before this victory, more than 32,000 votes were removed from the list. Most removals happened in Aliganj, which had the highest number of Yadav and Muslim voters. In Aliganj, 53 voting booths had unusually high removal rates, between 4 to 12%. And importantly, 37 of these booths had mostly Muslim, Yadav, Shakya and Jata voters. These groups are traditional voters of opposition parties like Samajwadi Party, Bahujan Samajwadi Party and Congress. We discovered that many of these voters were being removed based on a complaint from a BJP MLA. In Chandni Chowk, we saw something similar. Within the Lok Sabha seat, the Model Town Assembly, which has mostly upper caste Hindus and Punjabis, had a deletion percentage 3 times lower than the Chandni Chowk Assembly, areas which dominated Muslim and backward caste voters. This happened even though Model Town has 50,000 more voters. We then went door to door in 6 booths in Farrukhabad and Chandni Chowk, where removal rates were the highest. And we found over 190 wrong removals. Voters marked as dead were alive and voters marked as shifted still lived there. And no one had received any notice before their name was removed. All of them alleged that they never got a chance to keep their vote. Meerut showed the most surprising findings. Here, the BJP's Arun Govil defeated Samajwadi Party's Sunita Verma by just 10,000 votes. We found 2 booths where 27% of voters were fake, and addresses of these voters couldn't be traced. Why? Because 96 voters had written vague addresses like Uttar Pradesh or Jhuggi or Naya, or nothing at all. And about 240 voters listed their address as RHA Colony, but that colony doesn't exist. Navdeep Rinwa, Chief Electoral Officer of Uttar Pradesh, told us that such voters with no proper addresses are not just limited to Meerut, but it is a growing problem across Uttar Pradesh. And once these voters are added, the Election Commission has no rules to remove them. That's not all. You'll find more in our 4-part series Broken Ballots on newslaundry.com. And these stories are behind the paywall. Only News Laundry subscribers can read them. We can investigate such stories and question institutions like the Election Commission of India because we don't take money from the government or corporates. If you are not a News Laundry subscriber yet, please consider becoming one. Scan this QR code and pay to keep news free.
Journalism at News Laundry is powered by the public, because when the public pays, the public is served. Visit newslaundry.com/subscription and pick a payment plan of your choice. Pay to keep news free and independent. Your future, and indeed the future of democracy, depends on it.